When the moon hid her face behind a veil of clouds, the people of the Golden Kingdom looked up in fear. For many generations they had thrived under the blessing of the sun, but without moonlight, their crops withered and their livestock perished. So they prayed to the moon goddess, Selene, to return the light of night. Yet she only whispered riddles, demanding a sacrifice of pure white wool, spun by the hands of maidens untainted by sin. But there were no such maidens in the kingdom, for their king had decreed that all women must work in the fields or at the loom, tinting their hands and spirits with the grime of labor. Thus the kingdom withered, too parched for the sun's touch, too dark for the moon's embrace. Hope faded like twilight, until a young weaver named Lyra heard the moon's call. Though her fingers itched to spin the finest tapestries, she knew her duty lay in the quiet of the night, in the spinning of salvation. So she left the looms and the laughter of her sisters, forsaking the warmth of her hearth, and journeyed to the temple of the moon. There she wove a shroud of moonlight from her tears, sweat, and hair. When the first thread touched the altar, the temple shimmered. A path of silver opened before Lyra, leading through the mountains and past the whispering falls to the crystal lake. The moon goddess waited there in the form of a woman, ashen-skinned and silver-haired, her eyes pools of starlight. Seeing Lyra's sacrifice, Selene bathed her in lunar light, endowing her with immortality and weaving her fate into the very fabric of the moon. Returning home, Lyra shared the moon goddess's words, "Until the night is whole, I will watch over you. Spin my threads in moonlight, and I shall guard your people." And so, guided by the silvery glow of Selene, the weavers of the Golden Kingdom spun their moonlight shrouds, sharing them with their sisters until each maiden had one. With these sacred wraps, the people survived the night and honored the moon. But as years turned into decades and centuries, the memory of the moon goddess faded. The people reveled in the sun's bounty, forsaking Selene's pale light. Lyra, now ancient yet ageless, watched in sadness as the moon shrouds were moth-eaten and discarded, leaving her people defenseless against the encroaching darkness. She traveled once more to the crystal lake, seeking Selene's aid. But the moon goddess was distant, her gaze fixed on the heavens. She had wearied of the mundane affairs of mortals, choosing instead to peer deeper into the cosmos. With a heavy heart, Selene granted Lyra a final boon, an echo of her moonlight powers. Touched by the moon's grace, Lyra wove a tapestry that wove the Golden Kingdom into the fabric of the moon. Now, when the moon hides her face, the kingdom sleeps safe within her light, untouched by time. But when the sun rises, the tapestry fades, granting the people only dreams of their moonlit salvation. Thus, while the Golden Kingdom has endured, its people have been cursed to forever wander between the realms of day and night, prisoners of a celestial bargain struck by the Weaver Queen. Many moons had passed since the Golden King's passing, many seasons since the kingdom's fall. The whereabouts of the Golden Crown were lost to history. The warriors who seized it after the kingdom's fall were no more. Their heirs claimed it as their birthright, but no one knew where it lay. Some said it was buried with the fallen king. Others swore it was tossed into the sea, cursed to sink any ship that dared claim it. But legends are threads in the tapestry of time, easily lost or misinterpreted. The truth was stranger than any tale spun by bards. The crown rested atop a mountain peak, hidden in plain sight. An old man tended a flock of sheep nearby. His weathered face held secrets of ages past, for he was Nim, son of the shepherd, a bloodline charged with guarding the crown since the kingdom's fall. But Nim was aging, and his granddaughter Amara knew her time would soon come to take up the shepherd's duty. One evening, as Nim dozed, Amara crept closer, hoping to find the crown, to see what destiny had placed in their family's care. But her search yielded nothing. Just as she despaired, she saw a shooting star streak across the sky. Nim stirred, muttering, "The starfall. It has begun. Suddenly alert, Amara searched again, finally seeing what she had overlooked before. A simple wooden box nestled under a rock. Inside lay the golden crown, its jewels dull with age. As Amara slipped it on, a jolt of power surged through her, filling her with the memories of kings past, their hopes, their dreams, their failures, and their fall. Understanding dawned on her. The crown's power could corrupt even the purest heart, turning dreams of gold to grasping greed. That was why her ancestors guarded it, to prevent such a tragedy from repeating itself. But Amara felt the pull of the crown's magic, the whisper of forgotten glories calling to her. Was she strong enough to resist? The answer lay hidden in the mists of time, in the echoes of a kingdom lost waiting to be unearthed.